Time for our weekly property report now, and coming off the back of the long weekend, the first national round of auction clearance rates have been called by CoreLogic. National property editor for few.com.au, Emily Rayner, joins us now to talk through the numbers and the trends. Emily, good afternoon. How did the market fare?
Thanks, Tash. If there's one thing that Aussies love as much as their tennis, it is auctions, and we're back. So pretty exciting. We had 440 capital city homes going to auction this week, which was up from 262 last week. They're returning a preliminary clearance rate of 64.5%. And Melbourne was by far the busiest auction market, with 229 homes taken to auction, up from 132 last week and 192 over the same week last year.
So, Emily, what's driving that auction frenzy, particularly in Melbourne?
What we can see in Melbourne is there's, particularly around the Mornington Peninsula, which was one of the key areas that had the most amount of auctions on the weekend. People are offloading holiday properties. There's been increases in land tax, stamp duty and rental requirements, which for many investors, they just see that as being prohibitive. So they're really kind of trying to offload those properties before the end of the summer holidays. So traditionally in the peninsula, the public holiday weekend is one of the hottest times to get those properties off to auction. And you can see this property here in Capel Sound, which is right by the beach, sold for $820,000 over the weekend, which was $20,000 above the reserve. And we can see that continuing next week as well as more properties go up for sale.
And Emily, other parts of the country, we're hearing Brisbane is absolutely booming. What's driving all the interest there?
Brisbane's fantastic, actually, the story in Brisbane. We can see that in Brisbane, the job prospects and infrastructure is really booming. And a lot of people who were previously priced out of the Melbourne and Sydney markets have gone to Brisbane in droves. There's been a big boost in technology jobs in that sector, and it's led to the classic case of supply versus demand, where you've got more people wanting to move there but not enough homes, which is driving up the cost of property and also driving up the cost for rental yields for investors. So where we're seeing investors leaving Melbourne, we're seeing them moving over to Brisbane, Adelaide and Perth, because those conditions are so favourable and the rental yields are really flying.
Emily, quickly, what are you predicting real estate-wise for the year ahead?
I think we've got a great year ahead. It's going to be an interesting story in terms of buyers markets. We can see that Melbourne and Hobart are definitely buyers markets. Sydney is in some places slowing. There are a lot of apartments coming on for sale. And of course, Brisbane, Adelaide and Perth will continue to grow and really increase in terms of their property prices in those areas.
Emily Rayner, thanks for your insight this afternoon.
Thanks, Tash.